Hello everyone, and welcome back to Devil May Cry 5. Last episode we essentially did the next 10 missions, and then the visual feed for whatever reason on the last episode, the second part of the last episode, was non-existent, I think, and then I don't know what the fuck was wrong with that shit. Anyway, yeah. I didn't stream yesterday because snowstorm happened and shoveling was a bitch. And by the time I was done, I couldn't be bothered streaming because I was so exhausted. So yeah, but now that that's over, we can basically continue where we left off, and hopefully we can do the next 5. This could be missions 11 to 15. So let's do that. Oh yeah, and as I said, I am gonna unfortunately do the rebooted DMC. Which my feelings have not been, my feelings toward it have not been hidden, I'll be honest. They are not the best. Like, I am not a fan of that reboot. But I won't deny that it has its fans. It has its fans, and I won't deny that. So, yeah, there'll be aspects of that game that I will compliment when those times arise, but other than that, don't expect me to be very excited. So yeah, let's continue, shall we? Excuse me, sorry.
Let's have some fun.
It's in goddamn D is what I was trying to say. I don't know why. So yeah. So far I'm looking at the feed, it's smooth, so maybe this is a good day. I say maybe. So that's all we have, our Dante missions.
There's no time for doubt. I know what must be done. Go to hell. It's over. Let's have some fun.
Nice. all the secrety stuffs. Secrety stuffs. It's not English. That's right, there's an orb I can't grab yet. Let's see now. Yeah, we go down below, that's right. And then there's some stuff we need to smash. Nice. Whoop, didn't mean to do that. Yeah, this is what the Kylina Ant would have been. There we go.
You shall die. There's no time for doubt. I know what must be done.
Nice. And now we have to go up. And then we are ready to go to the next part.
You think you stand a chance? This shall be your grave. Go to hell. It's over. Now you. Now you.
Hell yeah, bitch.
Ha. Try me.
The funniest thing is, actually in Bloody Palace, I figured out how to kill the Furious Vergil. It involves that Excuse me. Yeah, it involves that fucking special move with the Yamato where I do like that really awesome, stylish little finishing move where everything turns to glass. Or I don't know, you saw the trick, you know what I'm referring to. And if you're shooting, it's gum, sorry. Nice. This is my favorite taunt of his so far. Where he literally just does, like, sword training there. Nice. Alright, let's see. Shit. There we go. Yep, now we're gonna fight Cavalier Angelo again. This time minus Garion. Here we go. Vertical style on this bitch.
Decide which one of you will die first.
Hell yeah. Sweet. Funny enough, I've actually gotten almost all S's with Vergil in this goddamn playthrough. Jesus. Alright, on to mission 12, yes. So we have 3 missions after this one. Yes, that's good. As I said so far, this is good.
Hello.
Hello again, gangster. Welcome back. Crap, that was stupid.
What level is this?
12.
Get lost! Go to hell! It's over! Ha. Try me.
Oh, Vergil, your foot there was not looking good. Oh, I'm walking into a wall. Whoops.
Die.
I'm the flamer of Nanny, born in flames. I haven blessed my trashed and demon of death.
Hell yeah.
I love Bury the Light, its best Vergil song.
It truly is, and I think it definitely does fit his character more so than, well, any other theme I can probably equate to that. And the fact that, yeah, this is actually the first time he actually has a theme that actually has vocals and it isn't just instrumental, which is nice. Which is, I mean, and it's actually his original theme. Like, it's an original theme that is his alone. Compare that to, say, with, Devil May Cry 3 or 4, he just basically, well, in 3 he got remixed versions of Taste of Blood and Divine Hatred, or Divine Hate. In 4 he basically just got, both Dante and, Nero's themes, basically. They were not remixed.
Devil Trigger, bang bang bang, pull my Devil Trigger.
Yeah, that's a good theme, too. It's like, I honestly love all of those themes. Because, again, they each have power to them. and like especially in 5, they each are different, which I like. Is like they're like musically different for each of the characters to where it basically fits them more so than say, I don't know, any other theme that you can think of for them, of course. I also just think Bury the Light's so badass because, I don't know, it's just, it definitely has a lot of inspirations you can clearly see, where it has like that violin section at the moment of it. And it's obviously like, it feels like a lot like it was inspired by the Doom compositions from Mick Gordon when it comes to the guitar and synth.
Have you decided which one of you will die first?
Nice.
Subhuman, you cannot kill me, I'm Omega, you cannot kill me, I'm subhuman.
The original mix of that song I hated, because it just didn't feel like that was Dante. It felt like the reboot Dante more than the canon one. So the remix version of it with Michael Barr on vocals I think is superior, truly, yes, but still I think lyrically it could be a little more different, but other than that, it's fine. It's a harmless little song I enjoy. Although metalcore is not my thing, or whatever genre of music that is, it's not my thing, but I can still appreciate what it tried to do, and what it can do in its own respects.
Bury the light, I'm storm that is approaching.
Yeah. It's like I like that because those are referential. Because yeah, Storm's Approaching is a reference to Arkham in 3, if you remember, where he said a storm is approaching. Subtle little reference, but I love it nonetheless.
Yes, I remember.
And I think it's very fitting because, yeah, that does make sense in the grand scheme of things. Oh yeah, I need a Clyfoth hatchling in order to do that.
Is this final live stream about Vergil in DMC5?
No, we still have 5 more after this. So I think the next episode will be the last one. If, of course, it doesn't crash.
You shall die.
Okay, I'm waiting.
Damn it. Damn it, I was supposed to do that fucking ability that I was gonna do, the, like, Yamato finisher, but I guess that didn't. I don't know why it doesn't always work, but oh well. Even though it's full, as you can clearly see.
What do you think about Judgment Cut End?
Pretty nice. It's an OP ability, I love it. Especially if you, like, multiply it. Like, indefinitely. Sweet. Sweet, 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 sweet. Yep, can't go through there right now. Or, yeah, I have to go to the other side. Got you. Alright.
Who loved the MC2 in this world?
A crazy cool. I mean, listen, the game has its charms, but it's unfinished, and the fact that you can clearly, based on what I've researched about it, it was a completely different team compared to like when DMC1 was being made. Mind you, they were completely blind as to what the success of DMC1 was. Basically, that game was made basically ass for tit, like literally as the first game was still literally after it was just released, and there was no feedback yet. So they basically just did it straight away, no reference to go off of. So that's why the tone shift was so different. Why Dante doesn't seem like the same character consistently. And I'll be honest, the original director, he did not know what he was doing because he was from the fighting game department, not from like normal like IP, like whatever the other division was. Basically, yeah, there was 2 divisions that worked on that game. People who worked on the fighting game division for arcades, which unfortunately died out at some point, and all the people who were working on arcade games at the time transitioned to Devil May Cry 2, which were like the console, I think, department, and they were completely inexperienced, did not know what they were dealing with, and as a result, the director kinda fucking made some bizarre choices that clearly didn't work.
Who would win, Dante versus Kratos?
Well, that depends on which version of Kratos and Dante we're referring to. If it's when they were both in their primes, I'd say... Well, I don't know. It's like the thing about like that kind of battle is, well, Kratos is 100% like... Well, he's like a demigod, essentially. So he can't necessarily die. Same with... Well, Dante, however, can heal rather fast, considering his demonic, bloodline. And again, that man has been stabbed through the chest by so many different things. The fact that he's still breathing shows you not only his demonic durability, but the fact that, he literally doesn't go down easy. Whereas Kratos, yeah, he's the same way, except though he still bleeds like a human, and yeah, he cannot shake off fatal wounds like Dante does. So really, I think Dante could possibly win, but at the same time, that ultimately depends on if he wants to go all out immediately. I don't know, it's like, when it comes to versus battles like that, it's hard to discern what the solution and who the victor would be, because really, that ultimately depends.
This party getting crazy, let's rock.
There's no time for doubt. I know what must be done.
Let's see now. Yep, there it is. There's the hatchling I'll take. Thank you. Alright, down we go. Look, it's the place I was in the prologue proceeding. The first mission in the cutscene.
Vergil, give it to me, Nero. No, you have your Vergil. I want your two.
Yeah, or my favorite is when people did like that scene that they did, like, give me that, and it's Vergil holding all the other DMC games, and Dante has like, in like standard font text, it says DMC 6. He's like, no way, you got your own. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm like, don't worry, it's like, it's gonna happen at some point. But whether or not it's still Itsuno behind the director's chair, well, we'll never know for certain until, well, it happens. So, you know. I mean, I'd like to see what Kamiya would do if he were to come back, even if it was for one last time. That'd be neat. Because Devil May Cry would not be a thing without Kamiya's input, even though, yeah, he's moved on from Capcom and he just wanted to associate with them. Yeah, they're great. Alright, here we go. Now we're gonna fight Urizen again. This time, we're gonna thwart his ass.
What happened with your voice?
Huh? I don't know what happened with my voice. Oh, it must be because my voice was all stuffy or something. I say stuffy, that's natural.
Vergil versus his demon version.
Yep. Gotcha. Nice. Three missions now. And this next part will be over. Then, if it doesn't crash again, and the Wi-Fi doesn't be stupid again, yes.
You fight like a smoking sexy style.
Well, I mean, definitely. I mean, it is pretty easy to do in this game, and what makes me laugh about people who say, "Oh, the game's too easy." Well, if you're a veteran of Devil May Cry and you've played through the other games, well, you kind of already fucking know what you're doing, especially since a lot of the movesets come from 4, but have evolved from 4 too. It's not only that, but it's like if you know what the hell you're doing, then really it's just natural to do to be a badass in Devil May Cry. It's that simple, as I've always said. Like, Devil May Cry is easy because they just didn't understand how balance between guns versus swords worked. And basically the solution was, yeah, shoot everything. No need to swing your sword ever. And the fact that the guns are so overpowered in 2 shows you just how much they clearly don't get what the whole dynamic of the guns in that game are supposed to be. Like, they're supposed to help whittle some of the enemies down, yes, but not to the point where it kills them instantly or as efficiently.
I want the MC1 remake.
I don't think that would happen. I think if any game needs to be remade, Devil May Cry 2 for sure. That's the thing, that's the one game I feel deserves the reboot treatment, because at least Itsuno will be able to actually craft something. He'll be able to actually craft a better game in response to it. And Ruben Langdon said, like, that would be a cool idea that, you know, I think Itsuno would like. Since that's essentially the game that started him on the Devil May Cry journey.
Because the MC1 is very old game.
I mean, yeah, but it's still a good... But because of its age, I feel that it has its charm. And not only that, if they remake it, they'll strip Kamiya's quirks from it. Yeah, Hideki Kamiya's charms really do make that game what it is, even if it doesn't always work. Looking at you in this boss fight.
World of B.
Let's have some fun.
Sin Devil's Vergil is so powerful.
We both spring.
Yes, and Devil Trigger is awesome. And it's also the fact that I think it's the more canon version of the Majin Devil form. Which was a stupid form in terms of the fact that, well, the only way you would get it is if you were very close to death, and you had like the tiniest, like, needle prick length of health left preserved. Like, literally a pube hair amount of health where it was still there, but it was not. You know what I mean? And then it was very much like your like one-trick pony thing where I think you could only do it once.
What form of power is this? It's John Cena form power. Emoji big smile.
Oh my god, no. John Cena memes should have stayed dead. It's like, I think that was like, ironically, the one meme I laughed my tits off of when it came to like, when I first heard people do it in my school, like all the time. Like literally, that was like a running joke he would do. Like every time we'd use some retarded scenario, we would say, this, and this happened, and guess what? And it ended all with, and his name was John Cena, and it was hysterical. Each time we would always improvise some stupid scenario that would end with the John Cena thing, and it was always hilarious every time. until the meme died, and then I kind of got bored of it. Like, out of all the memes I've like endured in my life, I wish there were like memes from like when I was young that would still remain alive and well. Some of them can be funny when done right, and when applied to better scenarios. Like the Numa Numa guy. Like, I have yet to see somebody do what the Numa Numa guy did in the modern day, which is him sitting at a computer, lip syncing to an Italian, or was it Italian? I don't know what language it was, but a song that was clearly not native in English. Like during the golden age of YouTube, as I referred to it, where literally everything was when
wow,
you know,
so
time.
many red orbs.
Yeah. Oh, this doesn't help that I went to that Bloody Palace gives you a shit ton too, especially when you keep climbing up. And again, fun fact with Vergil, I almost beat Bloody Palace, but I fucked up in terms of getting too close to Vergil. And, yeah, I died easily. It was very humiliating for me. I'm happy I didn't stream it, though, because then that would have been the ultimate, like, soul-crushing, like, oh, come on moment sort of thing. I'm sure everybody and their mother would clip. Like, the moment the opportunity showed itself.
What live stream is your first?
Oh, boy, that's... Well, my very first stream, which I unfortunately deleted because I hated the sound quality of it because my mic was shit, was Friday the 13th. It was originally Friday the 13th. No, it was God of War. It was God of War on New Game Plus when I played it. But it was not fun because it was literally so amateurish because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing because, you know, first time, and it was very awkward and cringy and I hated it, so I deleted it because I hated that. But it was my, like, give me God of War playthrough, and it kind of sucks I deleted all that because it was a progress and a journey in and of itself. Because I enjoyed that milestone of achieving very hard mode on, like, New Game Plus with the best goddamn gear I had. But, oh well. Then after that, what came next? Yeah, after that, I think came Friday the 13th, which was like a staple for a while on my channel. Then I got bored of it, like most games you do when you do them for so long. Like, again and again and again sort of thing. And then that mission's done. Good. So now 2 missions left. Oh yeah, then let's see, yeah, what came after that? Let's see. I know Infamous definitely came sometime later. It was definitely, yeah, it was after...
I want thumbnails to my videos, but I haven't verification.
Oh no, it's like I didn't have verification either, but you just need the proper app to do it, I think. I just use apps to make my thumbnails, and they're all custom. Sometimes they're custom, sometimes I just make I get a generic picture that already has all things like pre-made or whatever, since I'm sometimes lazy, and I'm like, I don't want to fucking make this thumbnail. And this also happened after I didn't know how to make thumbnails, and then when I finally figured it out, I used the wrong software, took up so much space on my phone, deleted that motherfucker, and I had to redesign all thumbnails for all my videos up to a certain degree. I hated that process, because I always had to edit, 100 videos? Oh. Okay, this is new. Okay, that was much quicker. Oh yeah, this is the boss rush part. And the thing I like about this boss rush compared to the other boss rushes, there's only 3 bosses. And they're frankly some of the easiest enemies you could fight. I say easy being the figurative and operative word at the moment to think of. But yeah, as I said, once this Vergil playthrough is over, I'm most likely going to do the reboot, and I'm not happy with that. Because as I said, the reboot, it is a lot. A lot of that reboot's faults are to be blamed on fucking Capcom. And yeah, I looked
think
up
the
the
MC5 has easy boss.
well, to an extent, yes. I mean, well, easy depends on, like, when you read their patterns and you understand exactly how the gameplay works, then yes, they are easy. But then again, as I said, that's also because you're, like, instinctually, if you already know how Devil May Cry works and plays, you technically already know what the hell you're doing, basically. Alright, let's start with the... Yeah, we'll start with the first boss, obviously, that we fought. Goliath, of course. Alright, let's see all the... Gotta shift things around in my seat. Let's see. Oh yes, I'll take that orb, thank you. I'll need my full... I need full double trigger for this one. Alright, excellent. Alright, I think that's all the orbs I can find, at least. Yep, that looks like all. Right, let's go kick your ass. Let's kick Goliath's ass, baby. Oh, you big motherfucker. Remember me? Ouch. Ouch. Ow.
Vergil, I need more power of Sin Devil trigger.
Ouch. Hold on, I gotta make sure I'm not fucking doing this wrong. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. There we go. Ow. You bastard, I already figured it out, and you're gonna do this to me? Ow, fuck. Was no style on you, motherfucker, and that's how you're gonna punish me? Okay.
So many ouch.
I know. And the fact I'm trying to style on this prick doesn't help either. Again, that's one thing I will say is the worst thing about this game. They got rid of all the... They did the Ninja Gaiden 3 route and got rid of all the restorative items. The only way you're healing up is if either there's a healing system that happens immediately after battle, or if you find green orbs in this case. Well, I don't think that's a problem. It definitely is an inconvenience on many levels, because my whole and the fact that you don't get green orbs the moment an enemy, like a boss, dies really doesn't do this game favors, I will admit. I didn't mean to run that way. God damn it.
Vergil is mem guy.
Yep. The memes, Colonel, the memes. I'm sorry, I'm trying to do a fucking, Raiden from Metal Gear voice, but I clearly can't do it. I don't know how that fucking guy can pull off that voice, unless he has to, like, chain smoke, like, 50 packs. Or then again, I mean, then again, you don't have to smoke a shit ton of cigarettes in order to have a really like, gravelly kind of voice like that. I mean, David Hayter is definitely an example of that. Literally, his voice is just, like, he can just naturally do the Snake voice or some shit like that. And I can't do it for the death of me. I wish I could. God damn, that'd be perfect if I could. Hell yeah. That's not the right direction. That is. Oh, look, we're doing this again.
I love summoned swords and spiral swords.
Yeah, they are pretty awesome. A lot simpler to use, too, than, say, like, Dante's guns. Not that I'm gonna shit on Dante's weaponry, because I do love Dante's guns. I love his arsenal. Would not replace them if I could. Listen, Mr. Saltine, I don't tell you how to threaten your blonde kid, so why don't you leave me in my job, okay? I'm sorry, I don't know why I quoted a Robot Chicken quote there from the Robot Chicken Star Wars special. I'll take that delicious orb. Alright, time to go burst open these pustulous little thingies. Yeah, that's what they're called, thingies. That. And I'll take this. I'll take you, my friend.
What do you think about Mortal Kombat film?
Which one? So the good one, or one, the fucking the sequel that nobody, that clearly was not that was not a continuation that anybody was excited for because the writing was so shit, and that turns out that's not the same director from the first film, completely new guy, who did not understand the first film. All right, that's that mission done. Yeah, Annihilation we don't talk about because it is so shit. But yeah, the Mortal Kombat film, I like it. Though granted, I do wish if it was R-rated it would go all out, but again, this was the 90s, and, you know, most video game movies didn't always do go the distance when it comes to adaptations, unless you're Mario, and the Mario movie. But yeah, it's like, I like the Mortal Kombat film. It definitely stuck close to the source material in terms of the plot. Wasn't too ridiculous. CG at times, I mean, it's dated. I mean, this was the 90s we're talking about. The CG isn't going to be like James Cameron quality, but I mean, it's fine. But I do enjoy it. And the fact that that movie still has a lot of fans and people still enjoy that film definitely speaks of the legacy that that film left behind. And, yeah, I enjoyed it. I honestly love it. And when it comes to the reboot that's coming out, I'm actually excited because if The Scorpion's Revenge animated film was able to portray what it would look
I
like.
wish Mortal Kombat reboot gonna be good movie.
I mean, as do I, but when it comes to... But ultimately, I mean, I believe in James Wan as a director. He really knows his stuff. Like, the man understands what he wants to get a film to, like, get off the ground. He knows what he needs to get in order to maintain a vision, and I can respect that, because he understands what this means to Mortal Kombat fans, as well as the fact that, I think, when it comes to the blood and gore, I feel nobody could do it better than, say, he could find the right people for that profession as well, because Mortal Kombat is definitely needs that blood, that intense graphic violence in order to really appeal, since that is what makes the game so goddamn great. And if it could do what Alita did when it comes to getting the story and the execution of it right, then yes, I do believe they could pull it off. Yes, they can, absolutely. What I'm worried about, though, is, of course, with the whole... I'm more so worried about what the fuck the pandemic's gonna do to this film in terms of... Oh, crap. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of things that this... There's a lot of instances where, yeah, a lot of, like, things we're looking forward to in terms of sequels and whatnot were put on hold because of COVID. But thankfully, yeah, but sorry.
Emoji big smile.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I can do a stinger in the air, I just realized.
Shall I entrust it to him?
Yeah, when it comes to, like, the Mortal Kombat reboot, yeah. I'm just hoping they get the right people to play the roles of those respective characters, and I hope they don't just... Ah, crap. It's like, I'm hoping that they actually try and stick to the source material, or at least try and give a twist to it. Something that the original film didn't do. And that they cast the characters correctly. And that they actually find a way to implement the move set into the overall plot, and not do what Paul W.S. Anderson's been doing lately with his adaptations of just fucking screwing the pooch in terms of, like, yeah, Monster Hunter. I knew that film was not going to be a great movie, let's be honest, because the first problem that that movie demonstrated was what introducing the world of the Monster Hunters into, like mixing our world with theirs, saying, oh, they were, that, like, the real world is not the real world. Turns out the Monster Hunter world is the real world, and it's like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, you're an idiot if you think that's what audiences want. Not only that, but it's like, you're gonna cast your wife in the role anyway, so I don't understand what the point of you trying to make this, like, I don't know, it's like, when it comes to some films, I feel they should be made from the Japanese audiences, because if they clearly have an audience, like, I mean, yeah, there are some anime adaptations, live-action anime adaptations in the Japanese market that I don't like, but at the same time, I do understand that there at least some films are much more fitting there than others. Unless
all it has to do is follow this damn Power Nero. Emoji big smile.
Yeah. Foolishness.
Nice one.
Oh yeah, I should also mention, I'm excited for the Alita sequel when that ever gets made. I'm hoping that if Disney really wants to make this sequel happen and not cuck it like it tried to do in the fucking... Like it tried to do in, when Captain Marvel was being... Well, mind you, Captain Marvel wasn't going to be released till April, and people were already bitching, saying, oh, she's not a strong, independent female, because whatever. It's like, shut up. So yeah, but if Disney really wants to go for it, I have faith they can try and pull it off, but I don't know if I can fully commit to the fact that, yeah, they can try it. I mean, Disney does not seem to have a good track record when it comes to adapting shit, especially their own properties. Because every live-action adaptation of their own films they've done, I hated, because it completely either drops the ball or misses the fucking entire point of the original film's legacy, and just... Oh, God. Like, the fact that they have to stretch them out to 2 hours. It's like, why do you gotta make it an hour longer compared to the original, where I think it's simple, straight to the point, doesn't need to be flashy, full of filler crap that I don't think adds anything. Like, there's one thing I don't like about long movies is sometimes if they're way too long, or if the filler overshadows the overall meat and potatoes of the film, I don't like them. That's not to say that some films don't need to be long. But I mean, yeah, I don't know. Disney is weird for me because, like, I think when it comes to Star Wars, they really fucking they screwed the pooch there. I mean, that's no secret. And I think what they've done is they've kind of redeemed themselves with The Mandalorian. I think Jon Favreau should be the guy who helps. Yeah, Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau should be the ones that helm the franchise from here on out, because they motherfucking get the franchise. Unlike Kathleen, they actually care. And because they care, they're willing to do whatever it takes to make sure the series lives long.
Vergil, it's power time, Nero, no doubt.
Deadweight versus deadbeat dad. Actually, there's one adaptation I hope gets made. Berserk. A proper Berserk adaptation. Because I'm so tired, and I mean so tired, of these adaptations that skip arcs, skip plot elements, just so that we can get through it faster. And it's like, I just want Berserk to get a proper adaptation where they actually do every single arc, one arc at a time. And they do it in the order in which it was meant to be done. Alright, I'm gonna style on these pricks. Oh yeah, I recognize that song actually. Can't remember the name of it. But it's remixed.
That's enough. Nice one.
I love Doppelganger Dance, emoji happy tears.
Hell yeah. Like, I love the dances because they're just so ridiculous, but I love them because, yeah, like, when you do them right, it does make you feel fucking invincible, or at least makes you feel fucking awesome.
Okay, I'm going to eat my food.
Alright.
Let's have some fun. You shall die.
And that is the end of the episode. Tomorrow will hopefully be the final 5 missions for Vergil, and then it's on to the reboot. Thank you all so much for watching, and I shall see you in the next one. Ciao.